welcome along to the beautiful city of Tauranga. The Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre is hosting the Sky Broadband Rapid League Round 6 game between the Tauranga Whai and the visiting Tokomanawa Queens, who are top of the ladder in Sky Broadband Rapid League for 2025 in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa as well. They are looking to come in and extend their lead against the competition. The Poakai just behind them. The Whai third on the ladder. Andrew Mulligan, Lindsay Tate on hand for this one. Lindsay, love a bit of Rapid League.
You're lucky, Miles, to come back into this one and see two of the top teams getting after it, and obviously get to see the slightly younger talent, the bench, come through here. So something to look forward to this afternoon.
Yeah, and a nice crowd building in for the Rapid League, and of course the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa main game between these two teams. This is the standings for the Sky Broadband Rapid League. As you can see, 1v3 with the Poakai in the middle there at 5-2. Northern Kahu down the bottom looking for their first win in Rapid League. Hoiho in fourth spot as well. It all counts towards the main standings of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, the Rapid League results as well. And this is the starting five for the visitors. Payless Hokianga, Burrows, Paige Burrows, Hippolyte, Rogers and Troutdale. They are going to get after it today. They're a formidable team, not just in Rapid League, but also in Tauihi Basketball as well. And that's the starting five for the Whai. Makandro, Rogers, Kirisome, Parahi and Kuka as well for the Whai. Looking to defend home floor. I love the two-tone pink of the unis. Always big on uni watch, Lindsay Tate.
We are. Both of those uniforms are very, very nice. The feminine colorway is much nicer than the males got over there.
And that's how it looks head-to-head in Sky Broadband Rapid League. And that field goal defensive percentage of the Queens is really good, Lindsay Tate.
It is. They've been defending early and well, and then you see at the bottom there Lacandro and Trosdale, obviously the veteran, and Trosdale and Lacandro, the young big that's been having a real good Rapid League season early on here in the first 6 games.
Out come the Queens. Lacandro, yeah, averaging 6.7 points a game. Those are your match officials. And Paige Burrows and the Queens.
See, straight off the jump that the Whai have got quite a distinct size advantage here, Mal, so it'll be interesting to see what styles they play both ways.
Lacandro and the jump going against Josie Trousdale.
Really big second unit for the Whai to bring in.
It's all about getting some run for the bench, and we're underway with the Queens. They've got possession. Hippolyte goes out of bounds, so early turnover.
And as you'd expect though, Mel's undersized but playing really quick straight off the jump.
If you're new to Sky Broadband Rapid League, 4 4-minute quarters, team fouls set at 3, normal 5 fouls out for individuals. Same shot clock as well. And both this and the main game have BNZ player timeouts available, 1 per half per team. Can't carry them over as well from the first half into the second half, and another turnover to start us here.
Couple quick turnovers, Miles, but you can see they've made, they've come out, they're going to play quick here, the Queens, and they're going to push that thing against the Whai at home, especially here in the Rapid League. It's a short game, as you mentioned, only 16 minutes.
Now, my version of a triple-double in Sky Broadband Rapid League is the Rapid League 555. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 blocks, 5 steals, 5 assists. Not counting turnovers, but you get 5 and 3 statistical categories. You're doing really well in an abbreviated form of the game, and a big tough clear out there coming through the middle, and a foul underneath, and that's going to be Sophie Rogers. Watch her come flying in here. She goes down trying to avoid the box out of Hippolyte. Lacandro's shot too hard off the backboard. Still looking for our first bucket with almost a minute gone.
A lot of middle on ball action to start the game. First time we've seen them use the shot clock here to start the game. Good look inside for Trosdale. Nice little running right-hand hook.
Good patience. And the Queens executing, and they're rewarded with the first bucket of the game.
See the Whai now just loosening up as well, getting it to second side touches.
That shot's missed by Tauihi. Overhead to Hippolyte, and chooses the right hand. A little hard off the glass.
Still getting some great looks in transition, just left it a little bit short there.
Pulling the trigger, but getting the offensive rebound. Now the fight. Good work on the glass. They go inside. Tauranga. And again, well defended by the shorter defender.
Yeah, great wall up there by the Queens. And she's left a couple short, but some good looks. And otherwise, it's been a win for the Queens. A lot of three-point shots on the first side right now. So you'll take that if they're not going in for the Queens. Like their little actions out of the post that they've got going here.
Here's Rogers with the left hand. Almost got the hand one.
And Rogers can score that thing. Miles watching her a little bit come through the youth space and transition here, obviously, to the women's space, and she can really fill it up.
After the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Saw that there, crafty, just out of the post with the left hand.
Riley Rogers missing the first one. Local from Tauranga, Aquinas College. Previously still at the Queens last season as well. Coming out of junior college in the States. Looking for the Whai's first points here, other end. Is it going to be a three? It is, in the corner. That's good.
And that's Broughton there, the younger sister of Shalom Broughton. One of the top young youth players, a twin and a homegrown product. Knocking down the three there, great young player.
Going down is Hokianga, and also her shot went down as well.
She's got tough D, but better O there. Vitalis. Nice show. Probably had the corner on that one, but tried to go over the shot blocker.
Queens love to get out. Whai scrambling back and commit the foul on the rebound.
See Coach Mel Bennett here getting a couple of subs in, and that'll be the pace that they're playing with the first 3 minutes here. Often Rapid League is fast, but again with the size disadvantage defensively, offensively they've got a pace advantage at this end of the court, and it's showing early on.
Kariana Hippolyte, the Australian, at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, makes the first. Quite the coaching crew for the Queens.
Right.
Mal Bennett and Tanya Tupu. They've got a 5-point advantage coming up, 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Rapid League, and that drive is good.
Love the way she used that on ball there. Get to that right hand off her big and get into the paint for that beautiful little right hand hook finish.
Long two. Tipped is the rebound. Chased down nicely.
2 for 1 here if they want it.
Candro squared up. Can't get the roll. It's loose. Who wants it? Queens have it. They can hold for the last shot if they can just hold on to the ball. And now they're lucky to get it over half. Still with possession are the Queens. 10 seconds to go. Inside to Trousdale, that misses. Whai looking to put it up. They need to get it up. And the fight couldn't quite get it done. So a minute between quarters. And it's the Queens with an 8-5 advantage after 4 minutes. Just the 4 shots for the Queens as well, but 4 for 4 from the stripe. 11 shot attempts for the Whai.
You could see at the end of that quarter there, Miles, the Whai were doing a great job of kind of jamming and moving forward when a shot went up on the offensive glass, and got a couple of extra positions and were able to apply a little bit of pressure up the court and start forcing some turnovers on the Queens.
Get your Saturday night pizza sorted with the large meatball pizza for $35 from Sal's. Use that QR code and your online code, SCORE 2025. It's valid until Thursday for this round. And get your Sky Broadband Fibre starter. $55 a month for the first 12 months is a fantastic deal. Go to skybroadband.co.nz or call 09525 5555. And the offer is extended all the way until the end of next February. So the Whai certainly can get the shots up. They're 2 for 12. So stats updated at quarter time. And 2 for 5 of the Queens.
You maybe settled a little bit too much early on, Miles, on those kind of first side one pass threes that weren't dropping, and definitely got some good looks inside that didn't drop. So we'll see if they go back to that here in the second quarter.
Whai ball to start us.
Nice move.
Nice snatch back. Couldn't get the drop. And in the middle of two Queens players. Rebound is secured for the Whai again. On the drive. Kitty Somak couldn't get that to go down. But another offensive board in the Whai. Doing great work on the glass and get a 3 as reward to start the second quarter.
Bolton again, the youngster with 8 quick early points and looks really comfortable out there at both ends of the court.
Oh, that straight on 3 is knocked down.
She just finished playing at the under 16 Asian Championships, Miles, and you can see her very poised out here. Her demeanor looks like she belongs.
Briley Rogers with that 3. Now she has the ball. Turnover. Oh, nicely done, but a foul at midcourt. Sophie Rogers just a little too aggressive.
Coach Bennett keeping those subs turning over so they can keep the intensity up even though it's a quick game.
That 3 from Briley Rogers just continues her hot shooting so far as we've hit the midpoint of Sky Broadband Rapid League of the season, and Briley Rogers shooting 44%.
Bucket getter, Miles.
From 3 in Rapid League is excellent. Shoulder drop for Trousdale, and the finish is good.
Beautiful drop step, just 2-3 dribble, got back to that left shoulder and little right hand hook. Beautiful there. The young point guard just getting into the pocket for the push shot.
4 points now for Trousdale. There's Rogers. Another steal. Wide open. Little strong. Good rebound though.
Great cut.
Nice work. Unlucky on the hands.
You're right, Miles. Even when that thing missed, it looked like it was going in. She's got a real nice stroke, really nice release. I've been really impressed with the shooting in the Tauihi competition and what I've seen this year.
Nice by Byron Vaitoi. Down there on the baseline there.
Legend.
Basketball legend. Maybe we'll ask him to do some interviews for us. Between games, maybe. Good
Between running up the Maunga.
Yeah.
Looking healthy.
Trousdale's foul. So the Queens, the Whai had the good start the second quarter, but it's been the Queens since then.
Just this pace right now, and just got lost a couple times defensively, the Whai, and being punished. We're getting into a little half-court set here.
On the drive, Burrows on that left-hand side is good.
See that they had Rogers setting that screen, Miles, and she flared out early, so they couldn't really help on the drive. And beautiful left-hand finish there by Burrows.
Fouled on the drive. And that is Charles Broughton. You just see good aggressive drive, and then had to make the defense commit.
The right read, she got to that last help side defender, and it was layup or corner, and like that option, the little step through.
You know
Almost got to the and one.
You know
Sorry,
it's
Mom.
coming as a guard, don't you, Lindsay? You see that lane open up, you find a seam, and you know there's going to be help defensively coming across on you.
Yeah, I mean, when you get comfortable out there, you're not really worried about who's in front of you. You're looking at second and third line defenders and just trying to make sure you make the right read, and then it's, you know, your teammate's job to be on the same string with you. Nice setup.
Rogers flipping it up and in her bag. Bridie Rogers in the first half.
Crafty Miles with the spin move got cut off and just countered with the spin move opposite.
And she commits the foul. Bridie Rogers has 7.
Kind of love her game is not based on, you know, raw athleticism or just speed blowing by people, but there's a skill factor, a smarts factor. Beautiful move.
And then Tauihi just taking the first step, the quicker, and then fouled as a result. So she's at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Hits the first. Nicely done, makes the second. Oh, move.
That was nice.
Hippolyte.
Little hands up.
Kick out. 3 ball in the corner. Long shot, long rebound. Whai have it. Another miss. Another offensive board.
See them moving forward when that shot goes up. They're not running back in transition. They're all jamming forward and trying to get extra positions.
Okandro. Nicely done. And that gives the Whai much needed bucket after a couple of offensive rebounds. Oh, beautiful drive from Palace Hokianga. And that is the BNZ player timeout used in full effect by the Whai with 13.5 to go in this first half.
That was beautiful by Palace. You've seen they're in a quick show there, so the big quickly showed and then went back to her man, and Palace just peeled off her back for the easy right-hand layup there. Beautiful.
Get your ticket to the big game, all thanks to the BNZ player timeout with that QR code. You get a chance to win tickets to the season's games. We're in round 6 of 10 in 2025 for Sky Broadband Rapid League and Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Back underway. Queens still have their BNZ player timeout, but if the Whai execute here, they won't give them a chance to call it. Okandro stepping through left hand. She's fouled and she'll head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
It's great D on that corner. Pinned down by Hokianga, just blowing it up with the top block, but the counter was to get it to their big, and they'll get rewarded with a couple of free throws here. Left a couple on the board, but she knocks those down in the second half, and this will be a lot closer ball game.
A rare miss from Chemist Warehouse stripe. 87% free throw shooter.
So the player timeout here.
Australia makes the second. And then Queens will call their BNZ player timeout. Now, like I said, if you are new to this Sky Broadband Rapid League and Basketball Aotearoa, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, then you can advance the ball to half court on your choosing. And with such a short clock they have, and that is their BNZ player timeout. Hopefully those youngsters have used that, asked their mum to use their QR code there to get a ticket to the big game. So let's see what the Queens have up their sleeves. 1.9 on the clock. Bridie Rogers steps into the 3. A quick trigger needed to, and that'll end us for one half of basketball. 2-minute break here at the Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre in Tauranga. Queens with a 6-point lead, 21-15. Much more action in that second quarter, Lindsay Tate. 10 points for the Whai, 13 for the Queens.
I really enjoyed watching the young point guard, Therese Broughton. You know, just she's already got 10 points I see right here, and you know, again, relatively young, but from a basketball perspective, looking a lot older in the way she's carrying herself out there.
Here's your point scorers. You can see a nice spread for the Queens. Broughton leading all scorers with 10 for the fight.
Yeah, that's about as balanced as you're going to get in Rapid League right there, Miles. That's solid for the Queen's bench. Same with their rebounding efforts.
Yeah, Kuka is the leading rebounder in the game with 4. Just the 1 assist for Hippolyte with the Queens. 2 steals as well, none for the fight.
A few of those assists for the Queens got blown up on fouls where they got rewarded at the free throw line, so probably not a true indicator of how they're moving the ball right now.
Tokomanawa Queens from the 04 getting the bulk of their points in the paint, 12 paint points, they're 21. And Whai, 10 of their 15 points come from the bench, which is actually a rare thing in Rapid League as well, Lindsay Tate, because you've only got 2 on the bench in Rapid League.
You're right, and respectfully, they're normally your like 11th and 12th players most of the time, and unless you're saving kind of a fringe level starter. So you're really impressive in regards to development and what they're doing in the Rapid League here. Coach Sonny there from Rosmini's success up here, moved down to give his expertise down in Tauranga.
Third quarter underway. Tokomanawa Queens with a 6-point lead. And we've got just a score bench buzzer going off. We have to correct something. Perhaps the shot clock hadn't started maybe.
I like that little action there on some basketball nerd stuff, Miles.
Talk me through it.
See Honkianga there, she just went off a little flex cut on the baseline off Trousdale, where you could kind of give that a look if you wanted to, and they didn't get anything out of that. It just turned into a kind of a punch on-ball screen. It was nice.
Thanks to our volunteers all around and up and down the motu for their time when it comes to doing a thankless job of the score bench. You've got to be on your game when you're on a basketball score bench. There's so much going on.
Yeah, they need some Sal's Pizza over there. They need to hook them up. Got everybody hollering at you, the players, the coaches, the refs, the crowd.
You've got the commentators chipping in. You just don't need that. It's a shout out to good people who give up their time on a Friday, Saturday or Sunday for Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. You can't have a game of professional, semi-professional basketball anywhere without referees and volunteers. It just wouldn't happen. Now it looks like we've got some conversations going between the referees and the coaches. We might have to make an adjustment. I'm not entirely sure what the technical problem is, but it might be the shot clock. Now going to restart the quarter. See if they restart with that same action. This is quite the delay here. This might just push out the start time of the later game of the main game. And we're just going to try and find out for you, the viewer, as to what the delay is. You can see Queen's going through their shots and Whai going to move down and go to their end of the floor and keep warm. As this one looks like it's going to carry on for a little bit here.
If you're wanting to make your own sign for the game, and have one of these, the sign is made, you can go and keep these outside of the
Yeah, we believe it just might be that shot clock issue. Maybe someone stepped on a plug, maybe tripped on a cord. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, and maybe we could notify them that no one's come close to having a shot clock violation as well, Miles. That might help, you know?
It's rapidly.
We'll count them down. We can help out.
There's no slow it down in rapidly. It's in the name. Maybe we just count out loud.
That's definitely what they hit you with when you're down at the courts. Yeah.
Oh, we've got a backup
Get the
unit.
ref countdown.
We're gonna plug that in. We're gonna unplug that. We're gonna plug that in the back. Is that an Ethernet cord? If you just wiggle that round, you never get the USB cord. You never get the USB-C cord the right way the first time. Have you ever noticed that? The USB,
yeah.
the new USB-C ones, you do, obviously, but the old school ones, you can never put that one in right the first time into the plug.
I'm gonna say something about finding the hole, but I'm not going to, Mouse. Just leave it there. I can't. Every time it's so hard on the side on my TV, bro. I can't even get the cord there, bro.
Is yours on the wall?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing, the angle of it.
Yeah, that's hard. The Queens are out there getting warm. Oh, now we need to get underneath and look at the connection underneath the desk. Someone knocked the
floor
plug,
plug, maybe?
Yeah, there's a floor plug. Knew it. Someone had the plug. A lot of plugs. My time in basketball, Lindsay, not as storied a career as yours, but I've noticed a lot of plugs.
Yeah, that's fair.
At
Shot
this level.
clocks, yeah, score clocks. You're right. And a lot of them are on the floor as well, so it's easy to...
Easy to get your feet tangled up in them. You don't
Yes,
know what
sir.
you've unplugged.
You're right, you're right. Hopefully we're back online.
Well, at least Grace Hunter and Tui Liu jamming out. Always great to have an in-venue DJ as well. Remixing the tunes. Should be a good game coming up in the main game as well. You might just think that these two teams, they have been excellent through the short but exciting lifespan of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, and these two will be surely one of, if not both of them, in the final. I'm sure the Poakai and the Hoiho will have a say. Kahu, it's been a tough season so far, but it's never too late to count them out. And we have plugged in the correct cables. We have readjusted the plugs. We're going to have another game of basketball go on here. The Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre in Tauranga. Oh, the shot clock is back on. It was the shot clock. Knew it. Rogers. Wonder if that stoppage, who it affects more as well. Queens with possession. Just restarting the second half. Another offensive rebound. This time it's for the Queens. Good cut. An excellent D. Oh, no box out there. Just lost there by the Queens. So the Whai have it, can cut this Queens lead down. And an offensive foul. Just used the chicken wing right there in the breadbasket and sent the defender flying. And that is going to be called on Broughton.
A tough call, great defense, chest in front, and I don't think she extended too much. It was kind of a bang call there. We'll see here on the replay. No, she did get a little bit of a bump. That's fair.
It's a little bit of a bump, Lindsay Tate.
Love it though from the youngster. Definitely not backing down whatsoever. Aggressive.
Rogers pulling the trigger. Second one that's missed it all after the end of the second quarter.
Love Rogers too. She's very free when she plays. Not shy whatsoever in regards to letting that thing go if she's open.
On the drive, Rogers. Sophie Rogers this time, and she's fouled. And she'll head to the Chemist Warehouse line to shoot two.
Great little drive there, burrowing out space. Probably got to 2 feet and finished with the left, but drew the contact and will get rewarded with a couple of free throws.
And Rogers, good from the line for the first one. And the second. And now that lead is 4 for the Queens. 1 minute gone in this third quarter. Hippolyte flinging it out. Finding a teammate, another rebound. And good block. And good defensive pressure by Lacandro there. The Queens, yeah, they're getting those rebounds.
Definitely jamming in there, and
But the Whai are collapsing.
they are, and You know, Josie's had some really good looks, knocked a couple down early, but they've made the adjustment here and managed to wall up really well. Some tough looks to start the second half, sorry.
Kerry Some bats out her missed shot. She's in there again contesting. And that's just Desire on that rebound there. And again, more defense inside. It's tough sledding at the moment for these two teams in the Kiwi.
Trousdale's been all over the boards at both ends.
Off the top of the backboard, still live. And that will stay with the Queens. Lacandro couldn't quite control it.
And she won't get rewarded on the stat sheet with a rebound there, but Trousdale obviously being in there and jamming and being a nuisance will be rewarded with an extra position here for the Queens.
Burrows to get us back underway. Light into Trousdale. Going to the left, going up and under. Oh, Lacandro. She copped one right in the face. That's a tough foul.
Hopefully she's all right.
Yeah.
Took an inverted kind of elbow there. Love the way the Queens, Miles, they're doing a great job of getting their post entries to their bigs and operating off that. Some really great actions, even though they're undersized. And Josie Trousdale's been a massive part of that, facilitating and also being a threat.
Lacandro's still shaken. She took a blow, as he said, inadvertent, of course. That physicality down low between the two bigs.
Hunter with the O board, the free throw, and Rogers.
Missing again, missed her third one in a row. Trousdale fights for that rebound. Queens up by 5. Good left-hand finish. Hippolyte with the lefty.
Really comfortable playing out of that middle long ball action here. And really like to be able to use both sides of the court, right and left.
Broughton up to Kerry Some. Fires it back out. 9 on the shot clock. Recently replugged in. And then that 3. Trigger is pulled by Lacandro. And we got a foul on the other way. Or, excuse me, just a dead ball situation.
It's a great box out there by Rogers, just to allow them to get this position. Again, won't show up on the stat sheet, but great basketball play.
Tenuous position here for the fight. Tokomanawa Queens, they execute here. It's tough to get a lead in Rapid League when it goes over 8. Both in the men's and women's version of Rapid League, we've noticed. We have seen comebacks, but it was a foul, so I do apologize. I was right the first time. I should have backed my instincts as I was looking at the box score and then I heard the whistle. But yeah, shots coming up here. And so the Queens, Rogers to shoot them.
Yeah, and she was actually the one with the great box out, and she'll get rewarded for that with a couple of free throws. And always nice for a shooter when you've had a couple of good looks that haven't gone in to get to the free throw line and settle yourself and see the ball go through.
Yeah, nothing but net from the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Nice looking stroke, Miles.
Yeah, Briley Rogers, she'll go down. She was actually subbed out, but she had to come back in the game before.
Get a couple of freebies.
Now that lead is 9.
Nice reject by Kitasoma.
Lacandro thinking about it, decides it's a good idea. Couldn't get it to go down, but a good rebound by Sophie Rogers. Kerry Some stepping through, right hand, scooping it up and in.
Way to stay with it there, just stuck with the play. And
much needed bucket, just their second one of the quarter here for the fight. Need stops to the fight. Rebound is there. Here come the fight. Looking to drag this lead in of the Queens. 3 ball will help. Too strong. Kerry Some, right place, right time. That's off the back of the iron.
Another
Lacandro.
offensive board. Last position here if they want it for the 5. Short clock.
A 6-second differential. Oh, in traffic. Trousdale cleans it up for the Queens. And they can hold for the final shot of the 3rd quarter if they want to. No, they're going to step into a 3. Now they're going to use their BNZ player timeout, and that's smart. Even though you like to have it in an end-of-game situation, Whai have given themselves a little bit of clock here. Advance it to halfway, and the BNZ player timeout.
Be nice to draw up a little set here, Miles, and cut into this lead before the third quarter comes to an end.
Use that QR code to get your ticket to the big game for a chance to win tickets to the season's games. So I'm sure they might just add a couple of microseconds, milliseconds on. 1.6 is what they're working with. Enough to dribble and get it up. No. Well defended by the Queens. The Whai just couldn't execute. And so it will be a 26-19 lead. And after a 13-10 second quarter to the Queens, it's a 5-4 third quarter to the Queens. So bit of an arm wrestle in the third. The Queens in the box seat with a 7-point lead. Only 26-19.
Just kind of controlling the pace from what I could see right now. The Queens doing a great job of playing at their pace, spacing the court. If they don't have anything on the perimeter, they're getting into their big and operating off that, and it's been really successful for them. At the opposite end, you know, the Whai have had some really good looks. They just haven't been able to convert at times. So I'm sure here it's a 7-point lead, 3-possession game. They'll just be talking about executing, and I'd say looking at getting it to their bigs as well, Miles, here down the fourth quarter and establishing themselves inside.
It's been a good battle between Locandro and Trusdale as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I think what the Queens are doing slightly better is that they're getting some post actions off those hits. They're not just throwing it in and letting them go one-on-one. So let's see if the Whai can do the same thing, get the ball inside, but then also get into some scoring actions off that.
So the Whai shooting just 5 of 29, 17% through 3 quarters of Rapid League. And really it's the rebounding that's kept them in the game. They're 7 of 8 from the foul line, as are the Queens. They have a +2 advantage on the glass with 19 rebounds. And they will start the fourth quarter here on their home floor. Down 7. But a bucket here will make things interesting. And a foul will do us nicely. Say the Whai, Kirisome will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
I thought she had the back door there off that little action to start the game, and I want to have a look at that, but great job of staying with it and getting deep in the paint for a couple of free throws. Just what you need, stop the clock.
Jade Kirisome, she's averaging close to 10 points in Rapid League.
Been their best for Rapid League this year, right, Miles?
Yeah.
From a scoring perspective.
Good on the second.
Put this thing to 5 here, start the fourth.
3 ball, side of the backboard. Grace Hunter misfiring from deep, and that gives the opportunity back to the Whai to score a bucket. Maybe hit to the line again. Might have been a foul there. Tough in the middle. Possession arrow goes to the Queens.
Another O board for the Whai, Miles. Just being rewarded for their intent to crash the glass, and Kirisome with a great drive prior to that just left it slightly short. Like you said, maybe a foul.
So Queens just start to build on this lead that they have here. And that will be a great start. That is a nice drive from Palace Hokianga.
Really nice. Her and Trosdale just sending that corner cutter through, and they get into that wing on ball, and too easy there, no resistance from the Whai.
Broughton.
Great rebound by Hippolyte.
Here she goes,
Finds it
overhead,
big.
running the floor. Trusdale a little strong, couldn't get the roll. Whai survive. Still plenty of time on the clock.
Great job of running the court there by Josie. Probably just needed to get to 2 feet and get on balance.
Handle was lost, but recovered by Kuka, and that 3 is short. Riley Rogers just defending that ball as it went out. Tauihi goes into the advertising hoardings. Lead still at 7.
Was it at that first action I was on about, Miles?
Contact on that drive, no whistle. Burrows. You can see just this, watch Briley Rogers there just shielding.
That's a baller right there, just beating her to the spot.
Here,
Nice
speaking
cut.
of getting to the spot, as Rogers gets her own rebound. Burrows operating with Trusdale. Left hand, gets the roll.
It's the third or fourth time we've seen that kind of wing slot on ball with Hokianga and Trusdale, and no resistance on the backside. Just too easy for the layup this late in the game. Bump it out to 9.
It pushes the lead to 9. The Whai finally get a friendly roll at home. They're now 6 of 33 from the floor. Not without looks have the Whai been. They just haven't been able to put it through the rim. Now they can make a dent here with 1:30 coming up to go on the game. More urgency and a great block. Staying with the fight.
Kirisome doing a great job of getting deep into the paint, but just great recovery there by the Queens, and deflection out of bounds, baseline out of bounds here.
Nice timing from Hokianga. We'll stay with the fight. You know, a 3 makes it interesting. The way they've been shooting, just a 2 would be good. That will do. Lead cut to 5.
2-position game, just like that.
Well, the way they've been shooting, I'm just going to say a 3-position game. They're 2 for 17 from deep, Lindsay Tate. Rogers, oh, could almost put a nail in that coffin for good. But here come the Whai going the other way. Oh, too strong.
Put the jinx on him, Miles.
Tauihi.
Oh, great push.
Nice handles.
Great
Great Rogers.
Surely. Good find.
Kirisome up ahead, but stolen.
Time and score here if you're the Queens. Obviously, 2-position game.
Well, they do have
Opposite if you're the Whai.
their BBNZ player timeout to the Queens. Of course, the Whai used theirs at the end of the third. Trusdale too strong. Need to get the glass.
Oh, good rebound.
In their advantage, 30 seconds to go. Whai down 5. Rogers.
And a quick one here. Kirisome with the 3 on the
Oh,
reject.
that would have made it interesting.
You need to get up here, the Whai.
Do they want to stop the clock? The Whai do, with 14.6 to go.
Will only be their first foul of the quarter.
Yeah, another 2 until they start shooting. Just a little bit of a conversation going. And they're just talking about the action there. Whether it was on the foul or maybe somewhere else on the floor, but they are...
I don't think there was any intent in that.
No, just always good to see the referees just have a quick conversation.
You're trying to shoot passing lanes here and go for a steal. Quick foul. A little bit too much time off the clock there if you're the Whai. But here we're just trying to shoot passing lanes and get steals or stop the clock straight away. We're playing the foul game.
And this will be shots. It is the 13th foul by the Whai in this quarter with 7 seconds to go. But they were without their BBNZ player timeout. And then 2 shots here. It's just an opportunity for the Queens to call game in their Sky Broadband Rapid League match up with the home team, the Whai.
Like you mentioned earlier, Miles, all of these points go into the Tauihi at the end as well. It all adds up to the end result, and whether you make the playoffs or miss, so every position counts.
The Queens have won this game. Just at what point will the margin be for the Whai? And that'll do us. Tokomanawa Queens, 32, the Tauranga Whai just couldn't put the ball through the hoop. 7 of 37 they shot for 18% from the floor, the Whai. And the Queens defense Excellent. Just challenging. Queen shooting 35%. And that will do it. The Whai go down to the Queens, 32-25. Lindsay Tate, let's have a look at some of these numbers.
You're very balanced attack there from the Queens, and unfortunately dried up a little bit from the Whai, like you said. Didn't shoot it great early here in this Rapid League game, but you also have to tip your hat at the defense of the Queens. You see Kirasomi and Trosdale leading the way with the rebounds, and also Kuko and Hippolyte chipping in for their groups. Assists, not a lot on the board right now, but again, there was a few fouls that resulted in baskets, so that's probably not a true reflection. Couple blocks as well. A lot of steals from the Queens, testament to their defense again, and the percentage that they hold the Whai to this evening.
Well, that'll do us for about 14 minutes, and until we come back, we'll see you soon. That's the game. The Queens beat the Whai in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Back soon for the main game. Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa from Tauranga.
Go this side, big top over, big top over, big way out, big man, who wants it? All right. Players to the benches, please. Players to the benches. Today's Tauihi crash is between your Northern Group Tauranga 5 and the Tokomanawa Queens White Bands. We are on a 5-game winning streak. And this is our home court. It is ours to take in. So for this next game, it is all about being loud and rowdy and proud. This round is part of the competition and is celebrating inclusion, regardless of your gender, culture, identity, or disability. We want to welcome all into our space. Everyone is welcome and is part of the Whai community who wants to acknowledge the impact that each individual can have. Alright, so let's get into the intros of players. The visiting team from the Queens. Number 2, Palace Okianga. Number 6, Paige Burrows. Number 0, Gideon Hawaii. Number 33, Brian Rogers. Number 13, Tracy Tauranga. Number 47, Nahala Soleil. Number 4, Grace Hunter. Starting on court is number 3, Kirsty Wallace. Number 7, Stella Beck. Number 9, Ji-Young Park. Number 21, Lou Brown. And number 12, Anita. There's head coach Tanya Tuko and assistant coach Signs up. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I like it. See the signs. Yes. Hello. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Nice and proud. That's what I like to see. Just remember, we're going to be calling on each and every one of you. Put your signs up. Signs up. We're going to be calling on each and every one of you to make a loud noise for this game. This is Whai's home turf. We ain't losing today. We are not going to lose today. Please, slow down.
Kia ora te whānau, and welcome along to the Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre in Tauranga. Bathe plenty for this round 6 clash between the two top teams in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa 2025. GJ Gardner Homes, sponsor of this league, the Tauranga Whai, hosting the Tokomanawa Queens, the reigning champs, here to defend their home floor against the Queens. Andrew Mulligan, Lindsay Tate on hand, and Lindsay, what a game this will be.
Kia ora, Miles. Yeah, lucky. Caught this one this afternoon. Defending champs, playing at home. Two of the top teams in the league. It's going to be a fun one.
It certainly is, and you can have your say as to who you think will get the win with the QR code, the Good Health poll. 40% for the Queens, 60% for the Whai. Currently, the QR code will come up during the game as well, but you can get through on mixandpick.com. Have your say. This is going to be a great clash. Two teams in form. The Whai, just the one loss. And that was to the Queens back in round 1, the second game of the season. The Queens 4-2. The Whai had a massive win over the Puakai last night to kick off, to tip off this round. The Kahu still searching for their first win of the season in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, and Rapid League for that matter as well. And you can see games coming up. And tomorrow's slate will be the Puakai hosting the 0-6 Kahu. And then on Friday at the Edgar Centre, the Whai will host the Whai. The Queens and the Puakai on Saturday afternoon, and the Kahu at home on Sunday afternoon up against the Whai at Event Finder Stadium. That's how it looks across the next 8 days or so. GJ Gardner Homes Basketball, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, man. Your starting 5 for the Tokomanawa Queens. Lots of experience sprinkled throughout the Queens. Lindsay Tate.
Yeah, you've obviously got Panina, Beck, you know, Wallace Parks new to the competition, but has been doing great. So, you know, a veteran group there. It's going to be exciting to see them go against the Whai.
International quality players as well, Lindsay Tate. Let's go to Lou Brown, who was Byron Vitelli for us before the game.
I'm here with Lou Brown from the Queens. Lou, you got the first place team and the second place team playing against each other. You know this team very well as you played with them in the finals, against them in the finals. What's in store for you guys as you guys go into this game?
Yeah, I mean, we played 5 first round of the season. first game of the season. So coming into tonight, I think you're going to expect a completely different matchup. You know, both of our teams have kind of evolved and emerged throughout the season in different ways. So I think a completely different game tonight, hopefully especially to the grand final last year. But I love coming down here. It's a beautiful city, and love matching up against the Whai. I'm excited for the game ahead tonight.
The last time you guys played, you guys really went in, you exposed the inside. You guys like to play at pace, spread the court, pretty much the same way as the Whai do, right? So it's going to be a great matchup. What are you looking forward in those matchups? Or are you trying to isolate anybody in particular?
No, absolutely. I think we match up, as you said, we match up really well against the Whai, and obviously vice versa. I think we go at them, they're going to go at us, inside, outside. So I think tonight we just want to play them as honestly as possible, be as disruptive as possible, and hopefully that can slow them down, get them out of rhythm a little bit, and then we can push the ball and get our stuff going.
Good luck, Lou.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, what a matchup Lou Brown will be having in the likes of the tall timber of the Whai. They've got some quality rebounding. In fact, 5 of the top rebounders in this league are in this game. McDowell White's your point guard. Cowling, she likes to get up and down the floor. Shera, Anna Schneider, and Hannah Hank, the league's leading scorer, is also in the Whai's lineup today. And Jess McDowell White, she caught up with Byron Vaitoe as well.
Jess, the only blemish on your guys' record is with this team right here tonight. You go into a top-of-the-table clash. I know you guys have been scouting the whole week. What's entitled for tonight for you guys?
I just think, we need to focus on ourselves tonight, both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. They're obviously a veteran group that, can do a lot of great things, but I think if we focus on us, we'll be able to take care of business tonight.
So, more important things. Last weekend, you participated in the Hoop Nation 15th year anniversary three-point shootout contest. You took it away in both rounds. You had all your teammates there. Walk us through that moment.
No, that was super cool. The girls kind of voted for me during the week to be the one to do it, so that was cool to have their trust in me to go out and do it. But no, it was a great atmosphere out there, and yeah, it was super cool seeing them in the crowd and hearing them all night.
The thing about it is I see how close you guys are. You guys went to go watch and support the younger Whai team members. And you guys just have a close-knit group. What does that feel like when you come into game day?
Oh, it definitely helps. Obviously, when you're close off the court, I feel like when you come on the court, everything chemistry-wise just comes together a bit better. And no, I think the young ones, they're a super big help to us on the floor every week. Helping out with scout, just sort of beating us starters up every week, which is really good. And that helps us, obviously, game day to be ready to play.
Good luck for today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and it's going to be excellent to see how they contain the likes of McDowell White and Michaela Cowling, the Queens.
Yeah, big time. And obviously McDowell White comes from a whakapapa of basketball players, and she's been having a great season to start. And like BV was speaking to, the legend there interviewing, shooting the lights out as well.
Yeah, you can look at the matchup there, the offensive rebound percentages as well. Relatively even. That is going to be absolutely crucial, the battle of the glass. And that 1-2 punch of Snyder and Hank and Davidson and Brown, that glass work.
Yeah, Davidson and Hank being massive presence on the board these first 6 games in the season, and I'm sure that will continue this evening, just imposing their presence down there, down low. You can see just from the jump, the Whai are a big unit, real tall.
Match officials, Reese Hamilton, Bryn Watson and Olivia Murray. The Barter card referees. It was the Queens getting the win, 84-78. Back near the end of September. And the game ball being delivered, not by a child this time, but by Trish. I'm going with her name being Trish, Lindsay Tate.
I'm with it,
But
Miles.
I think she's a baller from way back as well, which is great to see. She would have seen a lot of great changes perhaps in the game for females in Aotearoa. And this would have been a dream of hers come true to see some professional hoops being played in Tauranga.
Come a long, long way in a short period, and only the tip of the iceberg, Miles.
Let's get this game underway. Second game of round 6. inclusive round as well, celebrating inclusivity of basketball in the wider community, and it will be the Whai getting the first bucket of the game.
Beautiful action there.
Hannah Hank, the league's leading scorer, off the glass and in.
McDowell White with a little pocket pass to Hannah Hank off that middle on ball for the easiest of layups to start the game.
Instead of saying that she's the sister of McDowell, of William McDowell White, we'll say he's the brother
There you go, I like that.
of her as well. Former breaker, Will McDowell White. Their dad, one of the greats of the AFL in Brisbane. Indigenous team of the century as well, his name on that list. So a quick turnover there by the Whai. The Queens have it. Going with that, what do you say, baby blue? Baby pink, I should say? Light pink? Like it.
Off pink, it's nice.
Nice shade. Yeah, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa unis have been always on point. Baseline. Tough to get an angle on that. Good defense by the Queens.
And that's where she's tough, Shearer, just burrowing away in there for those finishes. Last week she was outstanding at those.
Here's Lou Brown. Pulls the trigger on a long two.
And Snyder was giving her that shot, just feeling her out early on.
Lena Schneider operating on the baseline, got the hip check by Brown there.
Smart little play there to pick up a foul early on Brown, just probing and got her on her hip, picked up a quick one early.
Kayla Cowling up high. Schneider. Emmy Shearer kicking it to Cowling. Michaela Cowling, the stroke on her, the 29-year-old, in her third season with the Whai. She loves it in total on that, and she connects.
Again, great find by Shearer there, just getting deep in the paint and saw the help come. Made the right read to the corner three for Cowling, knocked it down. Or they called it a two, I'm sorry, Miles.
Yeah, they might have called it a two. Just a better angle there. Here's Penina Davison. The tall ferns, big, going to work. And that's what Penina Davidson could do. Averaging a double-double this season. She'll head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, and she's shooting 65%.
Hannah Hank will pick up her first foul there. She's, like you said, Miles, leading the league in scoring. I believe she's also double-double right now, 10 boards, so keep an eye on that. Two bigs down low.
Yeah, Snyder, Davison, Brown, Hank, and Cowling, all in the top 5, from 1 to 5 in that order, and rebounding in the league so far.
Going to take care of the glass tonight, that's what you're saying?
I think so. It is going to be a battle in the paint. And also, you've got to keep hold of the ball, unfortunately. That lane shut down and then just flung out and out of bounds.
You could see defensively they went underneath McDowell White there, which you probably don't want to do, but she turned the corner, just got a half beat. Too deep on the turnover.
Davison looking
Great
at the
find.
cutter. Left hand finish, too strong. Brown just couldn't get it to go in, and then it's cleaned up nicely, all tied up at 4. Shearer outside to Snyder.
Oh,
wow. Put it up and in. What a move. McDowell White.
made her touch the floor on that one.
Gee whiz.
Just snapped her back the wrong direction for the easy finish. They're going under her, and she's just beating them downhill right now.
You know, viewer, when Lindsay Tate goes, oh, you know that is a quality move.
That was tough.
3 to shoot. Park stepping back, knee in the air. Oh, excellent work. Snyder can't get it to go down though. Excuse me, Brown. Not Snyder. Park in the corner. Another rebound for Brown. There it is, the glass work.
She's doing great work there on the O glass. Lou Brown, and she gets rewarded with another easy bucket and the smile there to tie things up. See them continuing to go under McDowell White.
Front of the rim. Nice board.
Hank on them boards. Kick out to Shearer.
Shearer connects from 3.
And she's been hooping these first 6 games. You can see she's uber aggressive off the bounce, but obviously you leave her open from the perimeter and she can knock that thing down. Great rebound here off the push.
Whai shooting 34% from deep, and they turn it over and just chairs spilling everywhere. Nobody on them, luckily.
See, that's Natalie Taylor down there, Miles. The Tall Ferns legend on the baseline.
Got a little one with a couple of them in their Brisbane Bullets unis, I think, there. Maybe a McDowell White connection, perhaps.
Yeah, a lot of connections in here, I'm sure.
Here's Cowling. She's always fun to watch.
Yeah, so fundamentally sound and poised. Really nice player.
Turnover. Park.
Really enjoyed watching Park too, Miles.
The South Korean international.
Solid at both ends.
Brown. Underneath. There's going to be a battle. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's great. It's physical down there.
It certainly is.
See Schneider and Brown banging away, and then you've got Davidson and Hank down there as well, and the guard matchups. It's a great start to this ball game.
Bennett and Tupu, the coaches, assistant and head coach, respectively.
Been in this space for a very long time, working all the way through from the juniors all the way to the top. So salute, big stalwarts to the game.
That's a very good coaching group.
On both sides, absolutely, giving a lot to the game. The Horns drag action here to a pin down.
Jade Kerry-Somat is in the game, number 11 for the fight. Schneider misses that. Stella Beck. Haven't said her name a whole lot just yet.
A solid season for the Whai so far, Stella.
Absolutely. 7.5 and 4.5 rebounds. 2.3 assists. Park on the block.
Nice.
Underneath, up and in. Poise, the footwork. The execution.
And McDowell White down there, and like the size, mismatch Miles, and just hit her with the shot fake step through. Another player that's really fundamentally sound out there. Nice by Snyder.
Oh, wow. Squeeze that one up and in.
That was a great
angle.
description. The little squeaker.
I'll take that.
It's flow type action that the Whai like to play out of in semi-transition. Using Panina as a facilitator, which has been great to see.
Powers Hokianga's in the game, number 2. Parks, 3 is off. Davison, too strong. Rebound. Here come the fight. 1 point lead.
Tough.
Off the glass, fouled.
And smart there by Hannah Hank. She just closed the gap there on Panina and took away the space, got into her chest and extended out to finish, and she didn't have any other option really apart from to foul there to negate the easy layup. Coach Tanya Bennett there had a lot of success at both the male and female space coming through Miles. Great servant to the game. Snyder will take a quick blow.
I can only imagine it's not for very long. A quick one is, you're absolutely right, Lindsay Tate.
Taylor Dalton, I believe, checking in.
From the great Dalton family.
Yes.
Charlie Dalton, an accomplished volleyball commentator.
And just all-round good kid.
Yeah, great kid, great family.
I think I read Taylor, she broke some record for the females in the Division 1 women's space. Most games played, I believe, something along those lines. A really impressive young lady. There she is with the steal right on time and the assist.
Oh, clean-up job. Just could have finished, but they get it back. It's Cowling. She wants it back. She's feeling the 3 ball. Dalton with a rebound. Puts it up and in. Off the bench and active already. Taylor Dalton.
A straight impact up the court. Pressuring up, pushing on offense. A couple of extra possessions.
Unlucky, just looking for that cut there for Davidson, the turnover.
The Some, the push.
And a double dribble is called.
Kind of got caught in two minds there. Unfortunately, a little turnover. I think another St. Mary's product. There's a few out there from the great St. Mary's University.
It's just Taylor Dolphin's second game as well. Involved St. Mary's, I believe.
And this young lady over here in the corner, Rogers, if you didn't see the Rapid League, you don't want to leave her open. She's a bucket. And they're helping get an extra rebound with Brown. Right on cue, Miles.
Just like that. Just
Couple
like
of free throws.
Just like we scripted it.
Crafty, you know. She's like she reminds me of like a gym rat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like someone you could tell she spent a lot of time in the gym. She just got a great feel. She knows where to be, where the basketball's going to be. She can get by people. Fun to watch. Great vision.
Briley Rogers off the bench and into this game.
And we'll take a quick break.
Excellent shooter, Briley Rogers. Didn't quite have the Rapid League shooting stats she would have wanted as the Queens in that game 32-25 earlier this afternoon.
Lou Brown is all over the boards
She
right now.
certainly is. Lou Brown.
Oh.
What have we got there?
I think she got called for the
clear
push
out?
off
Yeah.
with the off arm. But
Yeah.
I think I'm with Coach Tupu on that one. But next play mentality, Miles.
Well, it's going to be the dark arts underneath there. That is for sure.
Yeah, you're right.
You've got to see what the hips and the off arms are doing with positioning. Box outs are going to be tough.
Great matchup here, Wallace and McDowell White.
Long two. Again.
See the hits in there, you're right,
Yeah.
Miles.
I think like Peter Davidson's arm got grabbed. Yeah, that is the call as well. On that contest for the board. So not really mounting up per se the fouls, but it's certainly physical. I believe that's the 6th foul in this quarter so far. Maybe the 7th. At the Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre in Tauranga.
The next one, Whai will be in the bonus. Oh, she's half beat late there, Snyder on that show. She got caught.
Sandwiched.
It's kind of what you're taught as a good guard. If you see the big late, just attack that outside hip and either beat them or pick up that foul. So great play there.
Snyder will just get a quick chat in with coach. Again, more foul shots. I tell you what, these will be attempts 7 and 8 for the Tokomanawa Queens in this quarter. Empty on that one for Christy Wallace.
Be nice for Christy to get on the board. She's had a great season so far for the Whai, one of their leaders, steering the ship.
Just over 16 points and just under 4 rebounds. Makes the second. Got a sub in on the make here.
Love, even though, you know, we're 7-8 minutes into this quarter and that's her first point on the board. You can see she's up the court defensively. She's going to affect the game in other fashions, not just scoring the basketball. Good D. Shira, keep probing. Great find, great.
Cowling. It counts and one. Michaela Cowling. She's not quite having the offensive output she's enjoyed previously with the Whai, but that's probably a good thing. They don't have to rely on her scoring as much.
See that, Miles? She didn't touch the basketball with her left hand there. It's a little kind of basketball nerd thing, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot quicker than having to put 2 hands on the ball, and it's subtle, but it's a very high-level play. So great finish there by Cowling.
That's when you know you've got a feel for the game, when you trust
Yeah,
your ability and your instincts and your training.
and again, like, you know, a lot of the time in the male space, they're palming that basketball, you know, and so for a female like Cowling to be able to pull that off so effortlessly kind of speaks to her acumen. Great play there. And same thing, love her feel. Looks like she could score a little bit more if she really wanted to, but she's just facilitating out there and making the right play, so a pleasure to watch.
Well, she's averaging 8.5 points a game, which is in previous seasons, not what you'd expect from Michaela Cowling, but like I said, they don't need to. Hannah Hank, the Australians averaging 20, the leading scorer in the league. Del White misses that.
Your Snyder's also putting up decent numbers as well, and you've got McDowell White, so.
Emmy Shearer's averaging almost 16 a game.
Yup.
Here's Davidson.
Like this here, the aggressive down low.
Using that body to great effect on the block, Penina Davidson. The tall fern.
We can't leave her down there one-on-one, 2-3 dribbles too long. She's going to be able to put that thing in the basket, Penina.
Whai come up empty-handed. Minute 30 to go in the first quarter. Oh, that's pretty from Christy Wallace.
Kind of weren't giving her the ability to use that screen, and she just blew by it. The easy pull-up. Dalton right back at you.
Taylor Dalton for 3.
In transition, or was that Snyder? My fault.
It was Snyder connecting from deep. Lena Snyder. She moves to 5. Apologies.
Nice duck in by Penina there.
Oh, the great position.
Climb.
Oh, the recovery. Manages to hit it. Knocked away, then regathered. And Penina Davidson moves to 6. She's now the game's leading scorer. Snyder. Shaped. Looking to go around Penina Davidson, and she gets the roll. Trading buckets are the bigs.
Tough, you can see Penina using her height advantage down low, and at the other end, Snyder kind of using her speed and mobility, and both of them having a lot of effect on the game right now. Like that too, Wallace getting into it with the guards from the Whai, getting a little bit chippy. You know, we like that, Mouse.
That's nice. Yeah, it is enjoyable. Snyder, she becomes the game's leading scorer with that bucket there with 7. Cowling sits. Give her a little bit of a breather.
Both teams on the bonus to finish here, so no fouls to give.
Adam Dunstan on the coach's bench there.
Yeah, I believe he's a development coach for them.
For the Whai. Great to see, coming back to the game.
And Whai got the ability to go 2 for 1 here if they want to play real quick, which looks like they might be doing. Taylor Dalton here, I like that.
Pushing, picked up by Davidson, looking for a cutter.
Probing.
Well guarded as well. And
Park they're just clogging off right now, clogging up that paint.
Dalton gets the roll. No, she can't. And the Queens can hold for the final shot of this quarter. The opening quarter with the 2 top teams in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. This first quarter has been as advertised. That 3 is good. That gives the Queens the lead as we head to quarter time break. Knocking it down, Stella Beck. And it will be the Queens with a 1-point lead, 23-22.
I need your help. Two, one. Yeah, nice. Bring out the cannons as the team take their cannons. Let's go again. 3, 2, 1. Bring out the cannons. Safety requirements, arms up. On your toes, ready for a catch. Thank you, Northern Group, for this amazing weapon. Oi! So we keep going again. Up, up, up. Whoa! Northern Group with the goods. Yeah, big shout out to the Northern Group proud sponsors of the Whai Basketball and keeping our fans geared up this season. Woo! Bring out the cannon. Thank you, Northern Group.
No, my hockey, my welcome back, everybody. 23-22. As the quarter-time lead for the Queens. Get your $35 large meatball pizza thanks to Sal's with that online code. Score 2025. Go through the QR code there. That's valid until Thursday, 6th of November, coming up. Second quarter underway. Queens with the ball. Wallace giving it up. Davidson, baseline J, uncontested. Whai with the rebound.
Great rebound there by Shearer, just dropping in on the weak side, the guard.
Amy Shearer, she's played a lot of basketball at collegiate level as well. I believe she's got the record.
Okay, that was at Portland.
158 games for men or women in New Zealand, from New Zealand rather. An NCAA record for this country, 158 collegiate games at the University of Portland.
I could see a heck of a player, pleasure to watch.
That's great work. Brown in the corner. Beck. Tough defense, tougher shot, but international class, Stella Beck.
Right, Miles, good D, but better over there. He's got a half beat, too deep in the paint for the 5, the easy little 1-foot push shot.
Made a Tall Ferns debut in 2018. Schneider connects from 3. Whai knocking down the 3 ball. They're now 3 for 5 from deep. The Whai. Queens 1 for 4.
This started last week for Schneider. She got her eye and she was hot. It's continued on to the game today in the second quarter.
She's got 10. Queens can't answer with a 3. But they'll have another go because Cowling couldn't control it. Oh, then ball don't lie for Michaela Cowling. The Whai and Michaela Cowling get it back. We're all locked at 25.
Nice little duck and baseline play there for the Queens, but just a little bit too much heat on that pass for Tanima.
We talked about the battle of the glass, the rebounding between these two teams. It's the Tokomanawa Queens with a +4 advantage. They have 15 boards at the moment. An uncontested 3, wide open, barely bothered the net.
Just another rhythm 3 there for the Whai, and starting to heat up here in the second quarter.
Hannah Hank now has 6.
Oh, great hustle.
Nicely done, but it will be Park who gives it up. And that is
Lou Brown again
with another bucket. Trading buckets here in Tauranga. Couldn't control of it. Schneider. Lena Schneider crossing up. Brown with the board. And she's the leading rebounder in the game. That's her 5th.
Great run there by Park. Just getting into this flow type action. There she is on the move again. Unfortunately, a quick turnover and Whai will advance here.
Just turnover-wise as well. 6 turnovers for the Queens, now 5 for the Whai through this first half.
Just a couple too many miles early on. Great intent, but just a little bit rushed on some of these actions.
And Hank wants it. Shot clock at 6. Hank given room. Beck with the ball for the Queens. Rather, it's Wallace. Excuse me. Davidson. She tries the 3. Schneider active in this first half, Lindsay Tate.
Very active, just took that thing right off the grass and went full court. Just kind of trading punches here though, Miles. Just trying to settle into this second quarter, and Wallace will take the air out of the ball and get us into a set here.
Davidson looking for a handoff to Park, who flips it up. Couldn't quite get it to drop. Sure, Park and Davidson have played against each other at international level for the Tall Ferns in Korea. And their teammates for the Queens. And a foul underneath. Schneider will go to that line to shoot 2, the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Miss Cowling again, Miles just being the facilitator. Probably could have turned the corner and been aggressive, but just drew 2. Found her big at the ring and they'll get rewarded with a couple of free throws, although Stella probably has a fair little gripe there, a lot of ball on that.
Well, Michaela Cowling, she's averaging 5.2 assists a game. And the leading assist person in this game is in the league is Christy Wallace. She's averaging 7.5.
Okay.
When free fuel, score your Waitomo Mula now with a QR code. Kiwis fueling Kiwis for Waitomo. First one's missed. McDowell White, she's up there as well. She's third in the league at the moment. With 6.3 assists a game on average.
Okay, you could see that real floor general. Heavy usage up there for them. That makes sense.
So we've got
a lot of horns actions in this game, Mel, my fault.
a lot of assist leaders and rebound leaders as well in this game. League's leading scorer, Hannah Hank. These two teams will go at it again in a few weeks' time.
Oh, great find by Hokianga. Wallace. And one more.
Oh, no box out. And Wallace on the glass.
Point guard just sneaking in there for the cheeky O-board putback. They keep going under McDowell White. It'll be interesting to see if they flip that and get into some twist actions, or if she starts shooting that three.
Oh, great ball movement.
Great look. Oh,
Snyder's gone down here.
big hit there. Looks like she's in a bit of trouble in the backcourt.
Slow to get up. Hokianga, Park.
They're looking to take advantage, and they do so through Brown in the paint.
It's smart from the Queens, unfortunately, taking advantage of that. Snyder's not feeling 100%. There will be a sub on the make. We'll go back to inbound the ball rather, on the baseline.
Klesomi will check in here and give her a quick blow while she gets checked out on the baseline. Hopefully she's all good.
We won't go to the baseline. We'll just go on the sideline. In fact, we'll have a timeout. That's what we'll have. We'll have a timeout, Lindsay Tate.
Bit of work.
Yeah, 5:01 to go in the second quarter. 31-29, and so far this game has been great. Really has befitted a matchup of team number 1 and team number 2 in the competition.
Very free flowing, you know, a lot of points on the board, not a lot of fouls. Like you said, you're seeing the assist leaders and the rebound leaders come to the forefront. Obviously some high-end scoring as well, pretty balanced. But Brown right now being really effective in the paint and on the boards. Penina as well is having a great battle down there with her down low.
Yeah, and just going through some of the team stats for you. The Whai shooting 42%, the Queens 37. They're 4 for 8 from downtown on the Whai. Just 1 for 6 are the Queens, who come into the game shooting 35% from beyond the arc. But the Whai do hold teams to 28% from deep. And you just see there on the replay, Snyder going down there on the contest.
There it is again.
Oh, she might have just caught a stray from a teammate even.
It's like an inadvertent elbow to the back there.
Yeah, that's tough. Lena Snyder, the 30-year-old from Millersburg, Ohio. I haven't been there, have you?
I haven't been to Millersburg, Ohio, Miles.
I'm sure it's lovely. She's played in Aussie, Germany, Greece, Luxembourg.
All over the globe. Like this here, kind of playing off that elbow with Hank, giving her space to operate. Beautiful move there.
Oh, great patience from Hannah Hank.
You're right, great patience, playing off 2 feet, giving herself the ability to counter and play through contact.
Played for Geelong in the WNBL. Hannah Hank played also in Germany a couple of seasons ago for Hanover. All tied up at 31, sorry, Lindsay.
No, you go Taylor Dalton just out here applying some great ball pressure, making it very difficult for them to enter into anything.
Oh, Michaela Cowling's really helped the Queens out there with that kickball, because that shot clock was at 4 and now it's gone to 14.
You think they should? It's interesting, that one, eh? The reset of the football.
You don't reckon they should reset?
I don't know.
I think, you know what? I think you're right. I like that. It's not a cynical play, is it? Putting the foot out. Sometimes it's just instinctive.
Oh, yeah.
I've said that is physical. So many bodies on the ground. It's like we're at the beach at the Mount Maunganui.
Playing flags. Great hustle. Very physical.
Nice
Fine.
give and go. Good find, you're right.
Again, Panina, great job of getting to 2 feet. Strong base, left hand, beautiful. Keeping the ball high, not giving those guards the chance to stab at it.
She moves to 8 points.
Fine
Cowling.
there too. Another one more.
Taylor Dalton gets her feet set, can't get it to go down. Queen's ball.
Still only one foul this whole quarter, Miles. Very free flowing. Whai got the luxury of having a couple of bigs that they can really play off that high post and facilitate facing the basket, which is a luxury. Great cut. Just too
Davidson
big.
just pushing Taylor Dalton out of the way. The smaller guard. Get out of the house, Mouse. A lot of contact. And again, the kick ball. That is only going to reset to 14 from 12.
See Emi Shera
at
checking
that.
back into the game. Great
1,
hustle.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, 7. I think it
There might have been 8.
might have been
there.
8.
Outstanding. First to the floor.
That's what it means. This is the game, you know, where if you're trailing a team in the standings, it's really a big double win, really. You give them an out, you take a win, things just tighten up, and you get home for advantage through the postseason.
And no lie, Miles, from a competitive standpoint as well, it's more of a mental thing. You know what I mean? Like any opportunity you get to kind of establish yourself and put that foot down in that mark and let them know what time it is. So leave those mental scars for the next battle. You go ahead and do it as a competitor.
It all comes down to points percentage if you're tied on record, because the Queens, they win this game, they will go equal in the standings with the win-loss record. But it's also the points percentage, and it's just 1% difference between the teams here heading into this game.
It's close.
So
You know the other thing I like about this, Miles? Both teams are just manned up, just straight man to man. Not a lot of just hiding in a dirty zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're really just thugging it out, and
Thugging it out
yeah,
is right.
it's great to see. Like it's real basketball, moving the chess pieces around.
It really is. You are right. They are. There's all sorts of different actions going on. No, just go traditional, get the bigs, the touches on the low block. But then there's a lot of like high on-ball stuff as well.
Inside, outside, playing out of trance. It's cool. It's really
high.
nice to watch.
Another
Great
player goes
find.
down. And now it's starting to get a bit more physical with the fouls being called.
And shout out Grace Hunter too on that baseline there, Miles. We often talk to our youth about being engaged on the bench and supporting their teammates, and sometimes I don't know how serious we take that, but you know, someone who's kind of played both ends, you know, last on the bench all the way through to the guy that carries the ball the whole time, that goes a long way, just showing that you're engaged and supporting your teammates, and it's often the kind of the entry point to the next level of going up. And just watching the way she's conducted herself in Rapid League and down there on that bench, just shout that out as a, you know, as a basketball fan.
Christy Wallace makes the second. Queens with a 4-point lead.
Played a lot out of this action here.
Just one team foul each in this quarter, actually. Felt like there's been more. Great block. Maybe it was a pass, but anyway, it was excellent defense regardless.
Over this post find to Brown, and they get into these actions.
Stolen away though by Hank.
He's got great energy, Hank. Look at that rim run right there. Just got the steal.
Great find by McDowell White. And that is
Stella Beck with the rebound.
Kara Sommer missing that.
Park with a great rim run here.
She's in the corner with it for diving out. Beck gives it back to Park.
Brown, another great duck in.
Clock's getting shorter. And that's just, that is the foul on the defender who went flying.
And all she could really do there was probably try and front that thing, but she got caught behind. Great effort there by Amy Shearer, but just too big there for Brown. Close the gap, and she'll get a couple free throws here. Cowling checking back into the game to finish this half.
Lou Brown is good from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
She had a real solid first half here, Lou Brown.
She's got 10. She joins Lana Snyder in double digits.
10 and 5. Away to a double-double against some of the other best bigs in the competition right now. Oh.
Rebound for the Queens, coming up on a minute to go in this half. Both teams have their BNZ player timeouts available. And one! Great push from Christy Wallace. And she'll head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot the free throw.
Love that too, a little bit of emotion. She let them know after she put that thing in that we here. You didn't come here to come close, Miles. Let's go.
And now that rebound advantage is really starting to blow out for the Queens. It's plus 12 now. They have 26 boards to the visitors, and they're enjoying a 9-point advantage. Timeout called by the Whai, and the Queens are feeling good about themselves in this first half.
And you highlighted it early, Miles, in regards to the rebounding, but it's definitely been the difference in the game right now, and it's pushed this thing out almost to double digits. So definitely a work on or something for them to highlight, not only in this timeout, but going into the half if they want to bridge this gap, the Whai at home.
Great crowd in here at the Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre in Tauranga, enjoying some Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Oh, she's rewarded with the basketball as well for the hustle, the activation. And what do the Whai have to do, Lindsay Tate, to get back in this one before half-time? 64 seconds to go.
I mean, the first thing, like you said, Miles, not to rewind on it every time, but you got to take care of the glass right now. Just too many extra positions, you know, for the Queens right now, and they're able to establish themselves down there and getting a little bit overwhelmed. So take care of that, and I think they'll be fine and give themselves a shot. But it's been a very entertaining, competitive half of basketball from the top two teams.
Cowling with the ball with a minute to go. What are they going to do out of this timeout? Tough defense. Well done. Briley Rogers with that one.
Right on cue, Tanina getting on those boards. They've definitely got the players to take care of, you know, what they need to address. Great ducking by Park.
Oh, just miscued, and we will have a foul on that one, though. Park was bumped.
You can see Shearer's using her speed advantage and probing and getting into the paint down here offensively, but on defense, obviously a little bit undersized against some of her matchups, so they're looking to duck in on her and take advantage of that.
That is the fourth team foul for the Whai. Just the one team foul you can see there underneath the Tokomanawa Queens.
That was Emmy's second, so she'll go sit down for the last 41 seconds, so she doesn't get her third before the half.
Park to Wallace. Davidson with position. It doesn't fall in her direction. Hannah Hank has it. She gives it to Cowling. McDowell White. Differential of around 8 seconds. Still plenty of time. Trigger pulled. Nailed it. McDowell White.
Just way too much airspace there, Miles. Too comfortable. Just walked into a rhythm three. I'm sure that's what they want to talk about here in this timeout.
Well, it's been the Whai who've come out of that previous timeout. And the Queens want to talk about it. With 14.4 to go, the Whai have had a little bit of a surge here before halftime.
They just cut this thing to a two position game, and it's been interesting to watch how they're marking McDowell White out there, you know, from what I can see, and statistically looks like a very good shooter, but they're kind of giving her the space to let that thing go right now. It'll be interesting to see if they adjust. Like we said, obviously got to make these adjustments as well on the glass if you're the Whai.
Queens shot 15 free throws so far in this quarter, in this half rather. Winning a physical battle, aren't they?
They are, and a lot of those have been off duck-ins, you know, and slight mismatches as well. So taking advantage of that, some smart basketball here. See Christy Wallace just quietly snuck up 12 points, 6 rebounds and a couple assists. Heck of a half.
Well, the Whai usually average around 87 points a game, just over. Held to 34 here by the Tokomanawa Queens at half-time. Both teams shooting 38%.
And only one foul, 2 miles for again for such a physical quarter. Done a great job of not getting the Whai to the foul line, the Queens.
Well, their BNZ player timeout, they've used that judiciously just to advance the ball. It shortens the floor a little bit. When you've got 14.4 to go, you might want to just open the space up a little bit. But you can use that QR code for your chance to win tickets to the big games. All thanks to the BNZ player timeout.
It's a great point though, Miles. Probably could have played off the full court there without burning it. You know, 14's a long time in the game of basketball, especially when you're...
I got that point off Casey and you guys, off the players. It's not mine. I stole it.
Don't worry, Kay stole it from somewhere as well, bro. It was all stolen.
Wallace, as the clock wound down, and it will be the Queens who will enjoy a 6-point lead, or will they? We might not. No, the half's over. Everyone's waved off. There's a little bit of a misunderstanding perhaps, but that will be halftime. And we'll come back after the break to look at some numbers for you here in Tauranga.
That's high five. So while we enjoy this halftime break, we've got some amazing entertainment lined up for you. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, please welcome to the court the Inclusion Dance Crew to the floor. Yeah, make some noise. We've got a bit of a dance routine lined up for us. Let's go.
Welcome back to Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre. Tauranga celebrated inclusive round across rounds 5 and 6 here in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. Andrew Mulligan, Lindsay Tate on hand for this one. And Lindsay, really good half of basketball, especially for the Queens, who are enjoying a 6-point advantage here.
One half of basketball, and the Queens have really established themselves on the glass right here, almost doubling up the Whai, and you know, Stella Beck, Christy Wallace and Panina, they've got 6, 6 and 5 amongst them, and that's really been the difference right now. Extra possessions, real balanced scoring effort as well, as you can see, and Snyder and Wallace leading the way for both of their teams respectively in this first half. At the opposite end, the Whai doing a great job of defending the 3-point line. Queens really struggling from the perimeter, 1 for 7. Aside from that though, they've had a great half. There you can see on the boards, real balanced effort for the Queens.
Oh wow,
helping establish this lead.
That is impressive, isn't it? It's a team effort.
Lou Brown didn't even get on the sheet over here, and she's got 5.
Yeah, that's another great point. McDowell White and Park sharing the ball, 4 assists. But just going back to those rebound stats, like you want to come in and you want to take on the reigning champs who are the Tauranga Whai. You want to really set a tone here, and you want to make sure that you close that gap up, as the Queens sit in second on the standings.
And salute to them, Miles. Like aesthetically, when they walk on the court, they look like a much bigger team. And even in the Rapid League, they were, you know, a lot bigger than the Queens. But obviously, their style has been really effective here. So it's been great to watch them move the pieces around the chessboard. Coach Tupu.
All stats provided by good people at the Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the third quarter here at the Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre in Tauranga. It's the visitors, the Queens, with a 40-34 advantage. No mai hoki mai. Welcome back to Queen Elizabeth Youth Centre, Tauranga, for this round 6 matchup between the Tokomanawa Queens and the Whai. And it's the Queens with this 40-34 advantage. And a good crowd in. They've enjoyed a great halftime performance. And look at that, it's even at the moment on the Good Health poll. Who gets the win? Use that QR code to have your say. Go to mixandpick.com. 50% apiece. But you'd have to say at the moment, it might be the Queens as favourites. There's still plenty of basketball to come in this game. And a halftime break sometimes has been one of the great defenders in basketball.
You're right, Miles, it has been, and it's been a fun half though, and it'll be interesting to see how they come out and combat the issues that they've had with the rebounding. But obviously, a group that won this thing last year, and they've been very competitive the whole way out, so I'm sure that they'll have the answers.
Well, still more games to come in this round as well, and of course we'll move into round 7. It's been round 6. Tomorrow afternoon, the Pauakai handed a heavy loss by the Whai last night. They must rebound against the Kahu, and the Kahu, they have to start winning and win out from here if they want to have any chance of making the postseason. 5 teams in this league, 4 of them make the postseason, and the Whai will have a test of where they're at on Friday at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin as the Whai travel to Dunedin. Involved on that poll. The leading scorers for this game, Christy Wallace from the Queens has 12. Lana Schneider has just been battered and bruised and physically challenged in this game. She has 11 for the Whai. She certainly hasn't shirked her responsibilities. One of the bigs has Lana Schneider. She has a game on her hands. Hannah Hank, the league's leading scorer, just 8 points at half-time. She averages just over 20 a game. She became the league's leading scorer after last night's game as well. Let's see what she ends up on after 40 minutes of maybe even more basketball. Kayla Cowling, always energetic, always looking to jump into passing lanes and share the ball around. Taylor Dalton gets the start for the Whai at halftime. She'll get us underway at midcourt.
So they'll be looking to turn up the defensive intensity on the perimeter players here, and Taylor did a great job of that in her short kind of burst, so great to see her get the opportunity.
Hank. Here is Dalton.
Another rebound for Brown there on them boards.
Top 5 rebounders in the league are in this game this afternoon. Queens with the ball.
Great patience.
Short clock, yeah. Wallace. And left it short.
Love the way they came out and they were structured though, and they got through their set the first time, nothing rushed.
I want to hear say power up. Say power up. Say power up.
Whai with the ball.
Say power up.
They need a bucket.
Let me hear say power up.
Nice execution. Unlucky from Snyder. Great look from Cowling. Back to Davidson. Taufu's teammates. A lot of campaigns from those two. The black singlet. Again, the Queens using that clock down to 2. Rattling it in. Excellent work from Stella Beck. Or was it Wallace? But it's Dalton the other way.
Christy Wallace, and it was a tough contested shot. Miles, kind of a broken play, but she's so tough in that mid-range, and just lined up McNeil wide and knocked her down. That's a tough bucket right there.
Certainly was. 42-34.
The big hit just stretches thing out to 8 early on in the third. They just seem to be controlling the tempo. The Queens, both ends of the court. Nice move.
And to the line will go Hannah Hank.
That's probably the first time we've seen a post-action, Miles, where they didn't wait and survey. She just went straight on the baseline spin move and kind of caught Panina off guard. And even though she didn't finish, she'll get rewarded. A couple free throws.
Yeah, you're right. Just a quick hit. Don't let the defense get set.
She's tough, Hannah Hank. Only seen a small sample package of her, but great in the paint offensively. Really good rebounder. Seems like she's a connector with her teammates.
Chemist Warehouse strike is kind for Hannah Hank. She goes 2 for 2.
There's a luxury when your bigs can knock down their free throws like that, Miles. There's another big that's been great today, Lou Brown, just facilitating off that elbow. Snyder with another wrestle for the rebound.
Whai get a stop.
Great pass.
Too strong.
They could have kept cutting their Miles for the easy layup, but just put the brakes on. I don't mind this here from Stella Beck. Just
Corner ball. Cowling with the rebound. For the outlet. Pushes herself.
nice kick ahead. Nice find.
Dalton, no one picks her up. Knocks down the open 3.
And it was subtle, Miles, but the way that Cowling dropped there, got that rebound and kicked it ahead, and then there was the one more there, enabled Taylor to get that high percentage corner 3 and cut this to a 3-point game.
Davidson. Bread and butter.
Bread and butter. Tough when she gets down there and plays off 2 feet off the glass.
Hank kicks it out. Snyder. Look at Taylor Dalton in there. In amongst Beck and Wallace.
And she got the start, Miles. They're not the biggest, but you can see that they've obviously spoke about needing to get on the glass, and Taylor threw herself in there, and she'll be rewarded for her efforts in getting an extra position for the team. So not only a threat from the corner 3, but on the glass as well. They probably could have found her there as well for the corner 3.
Wide open. Here goes Taylor Dalton.
Short clock.
Gets her own rebound. Still not reset though. 2 to shoot.
Another rebound.
That must have grazed the rim, but it's just not been able to be controlled by the Whai on the rebound. The Queens have it in the backcourt. And they cross half court with it. Park now. Long 2. Tippin's no good. And it will be Whai ball.
Another long 2 from Wallace, which is not a common shot in today's game, but she's very effective at that. So used to seeing her take that shot. Just something to keep aware of if you're the Queens. Three early team fouls here, and they barely had any in the second quarter. So don't want to get into the bonus too early defensively if you're the Queens on the road. Oh, Tanina just ran through somebody there.
She did.
It was Emmy Shearer. Ate that one.
Cowling misses that 3. Whai now 6 for 15. The Queens 1 for 9 from deep. Getting it done from the foul line though. They're 13 of 15 are the Queens. just 5 of 7 the fight.
See that one with Cowling, Miles, just, you know, with a couple of new imports that are very, I guess, ball dominant in a good fashion and scoring, just trying to find her, you know, where she gets her looks to be effective.
Park. Another stop for the fight.
That was great D there by Cowling, just sitting down and guarding her yard and not giving Park any options. She just had to shoot the contested 3.
Empty 3 there. You share it. Missing that, and it will go back to the fight. Certainly nothing easy at the moment in this third quarter.
You cannot fault the hustle or the intent right now. Both teams are playing super hard, and love that. Cowling first to the floor, or one of the first to the floor, and she'll get rewarded. Like to see them get the ball to the second and third side here if they can, the Whai, and kind of compress the defense a little bit before they get into a scoring action. It's when they've been the most effective. These type of actions right here. Beautiful.
That's great from the fight. Good execution, Hannah Hank.
Really nice move. Just one-on-one big from the free throw line, and nice patience there for the easy finish. She's a really solid defender.
Lindsay Toichi moves to 12 now. She grabs the rebound, is 6th.
Great kick ahead.
She pulls the trigger on the 3. Knocks it down. Hannah Hank has 15 and ties it up at 44. They have just come out in this third quarter and ground into the Queens here in their lead. And they've locked it up at 44. Hannah Hank doing the damage.
And they've taken care of the glass, Miles, and as you can see, like, Taylor's come in, and she's obviously not giving up any boards, but crashing hard on the offensive glass. They've, you know, they've imposed themselves there. And the other thing I like about them is they're controlling the pace now. I thought in the first half the Queens really controlled the pace, and you could see there it's Cowling right now with these kicker heads. They're running, they're probing, and they're running into, you know, line-up 3s and rhythm 3s, which has been really great for them to tie this thing up.
You look at Hannah Hank given all the room to shoot.
And previous to that, it was the kick ahead up the sideline from Cowling that really kind of compressed the defense. You know, Shearer gets back, she attacks the nail and compresses them again, and then Hannah Hank, who's just punished you at the rim, she gets a wide open 3 to tie this thing up. The momentum's with you, you're at home right now, so real big play right there for the Whai. You're right about the uniforms, Miles. The Tauihi got nice color uniforms.
Yeah, they do.
You can get these at Sterling Sports, or?
I'm not, I think there is an online merch store. I'm not 100% sure. This is my first call of the Tauihi season.
Colorways and the names, all of it. Really down with all of it. Salute, well done.
Back underway, all tied up at 44. Hannah Hank doing the damage for the fight. 15 and 6 for her. Now the Queens, what's their response out of this timeout?
Trusting their bench, got Rogers and Hokianga in, a couple of youngsters to go to the veteran.
From the elbow, Park in amongst 4 Whai defenders, off the glass and in.
Tough, not sure how she got that up to the ring, but great finish.
Emmy Shearer.
Constantly probing Emmy Shearer, one of those players that would be difficult to mark because they're always in attack mode. There's that back door that they're giving up.
Here's Hank knocking that down.
She's kind of established herself for, you know, 2.5 quarters down low, and now she's starting to open up her perimeter game. Real nice player, Hannah Hank.
That's going to cause problems for the Queen's defense if Hannah Hank's hitting from everywhere. Wallace.
Good D.
Unable to finish though, Hokianga.
Another rebound by Hank, Miles, and they've done a great job of tightening up on the glass. The Whai, great push by McDowell White. She sees the big down low. Davis just gets her backing up and punishes her with that little pocket pull-up jump shot. Beautiful play there. Jess McDowell White. Playing out of this horns action here, the Queens.
And that might be
Wallace.
Might be the first lead for the Whai since the first quarter. Wallace just flying across the floor.
Done a great job this third quarter of just staying the course and chipping away, not getting too high, not getting too low. And eking out a 2-point lead right now, but Wallace showing her, her worth right there and getting to the cup.
First lead since the second quarter for the Whai. Went on a run. Did the Queens.
Coach Tane Bennett's bone carving looks beautiful.
Yes, it does. This is their first lead since 6:08 in the second quarter. 29-27 for the Whai. All tied up again.
They said that's enough of that.
At 48.
It's kind of staggered horns action again for McDowell White. Finds her big down low.
Oh, tied up.
Great
nicely.
hands.
Luke Brown.
It's great hands there by Brown. Normally we're taught to kind of keep our hands out when we're down there and wall up, but did a great job there of being a nuisance. Some Dylan Boucher type action.
It's peak Boucher, isn't it?
Just being a nuisance. Breaking the traditional rules and being a nuisance effectively.
48 all. Tough defense from the Whai, creating hard shots. Queens picking up full court.
There's that pace again, that kick ahead.
Shearer, up and in.
And little things are big things though. McDowell White, nice, beautiful kick ahead off one bounce. Gets to Shearer. She uses her athleticism and her pace and gets to the ring for the easy layup. She's great at probing down there. Great find by Wallace on the corner cut.
Big stuffed. Whose ball is it? It's Queen's ball.
Hannah Hank again. She's got a motor on her, Miles.
She really does. And the battle down low. Davidson, Snyder, Hank. All of them. Parks in there. Beck, Wallace. She's been flying around. Cowling's been in the passing lanes.
Oh, great.
Oh, there it is. Unfortunately, unable to convert. Shearer, left hand.
Tough. Could have cut that thing tied the thing up, and it just stretches out there. Unfortunate, but great. I like that by Wallace. Defense turned her back on the baseline out of bounds. Just bounced it off her back. Great rip by Stella.
Beck. Beck with the and one. Stella Beck, strong move.
Seen she had the size advantage on Kirisome down there and was extra patient. Got to 2 feet and the smile for the easy finish. Strong. Great wall up, but just too strong right there.
Converts the three-point play.
Great
Sub
free
on the
throw
mark.
shooting by both teams. Excuse me, Miles, my fault.
You're good. You're good. 17 attempts for the Tokomanawa Queens. 15. Make it 16 of 18 now. Just 5 of 7 the fight. Kirisome left it short.
Again, Miles, got to say, as a basketball fan, love the way they're competing out here, and also love the way that they've just decided to man up and play one-on-one man up. It's been beautiful to watch. Little denial out top there by Snyder, trying to take the ball out of Panina's hands.
Park.
You can see the Whai making a concerted effort to clean up that discrepancy on the glass. Maybe a little bit of fatigue here from the Queens too, Miles. Probably not rotating quite as deep as the Whai, and just look like they've slowed down a half beat in this third quarter.
Park for 3. Davidson with the board. Turns and just puts it up and in with that little baby hook.
It's just too easy for Panina. Easy putback.
That's off-season work there. That 3 is good though. Snyder hits it.
She can really shoot that thing, and she wants to try and bring Panina out of the paint, so just keeping her honest by letting the 3 go to give them the lead.
She moves to 14. Wallace. Christy Wallace. Pulled in by Beck. Davidson wants it, double teamed. Beck gets the up fake.
Great rebound by Park.
Park just turns straight into Cowling. 10 to shoot, plenty of time. Knocking down the 3 as Christy Wallace moving to 19 now in the game.
Last shot of the quarter here. Dale White on the push. Turn it over to Park.
Park needs to get it up. And that'll do us for 3 quarters of basketball. The Tokomanawa Queens, and they got a fight on their hands. It was the Whai in this 3rd quarter who took the lead and then are down 1, 56-55. A barnstorming 4th quarter coming up next.
Thank you for your t-shirt. One more. Thank you, Lauren Bruce. Oh, nice shot. All right, we've got time for a quick Mexican waiver. 5 Mexican waiver to start here and move this way. 3, 2, 1. Around. Keep it going, give us some more juice. The silent one, I like it.
10 minutes of basketball between these 2 teams, the top 2 teams. Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And we'll send you off into your Saturday night. And get yourself a large meatball pizza for $35. Use that QR code. The online code is SCORE 2025. Valid until Thursday, the 6th of November. 4th quarter. It will be the Whai with the ball down 1, 56-55. The Queens with the lead. A 21-16 3rd quarter by the Whai. Down at halftime. They came out of halftime nice.
She needed a quarter again, Miles.
She really did. And knocks down that 3. McDowell White.
Couple tough threes from both point guards. Christy Wallace to end the 3rd, and then McDowell White to start the 4th. Right back at you. Love that matchup.
The game's 6th double-digit scorer. McDowell White moves to 10. Park giving it up to Brown.
Beautiful
Nice.
action. Duck in, high-low to Brown from the nail. That's a beautiful basketball action. Taylor Dalton out here again, earning those minutes for her hustle.
She's been one of the difference makers in this game in the 2nd half. Started the second half rather. Del White to Cowling. Love the elevation on her jump shot. Can't get the roll. There's Dalton.
A little bit rushed right now, the Whai.
Queen's fighting over the rebound almost. All tied up at 58.
Nice hesitation.
Oh, and 1. Christy Wallace again. She will be sore tomorrow.
Tough. They're just kind of in a drop type defense where she comes off that screen and the big's back, and she just hesitated and kept her on her hip and scooped around in front of her. See her on the replay, little hesitation. Get through that gap. That is a tough high-level basketball play there by Miss Wallace.
That hurt me where we are. You can choose your game MVP with that QR code, the Good Health poll. At the moment, Stella Beck getting the love. Have your say. 61-58.
Christy Wallace, 20 and 6. Probably got something to say about that, Miles.
Absolutely. She's a worthy candidate.
Got her team up here by 3 on the road against the defending champs.
Elbow jumper missed. Queens with the
rebound.
ball.
Brown's been on them boards. You see it, if the Queens have established themselves in anything tonight, it's been on that glass. They still had a 10 rebound advantage at the third quarter, even though they'd closed that gap there, the Whai.
Wallace again, knocking down that J. Timeout by the Whai. Christy Wallace has taken over in 2 minutes of this fourth quarter.
She kind of beats the mold, Miles, because like most teams don't defend for that anymore, right? They defend for the layup, they defend for the three, but they're not defending for that mid-range. So if you're playing that kind of drops defense where you're giving her those mid-range pull-ups, she's going to kill you all night. So they might have to make a little adjustment there.
Yeah, it's not working at the moment for the Whai defensively. So adjustments to be made here in this timeout. 63-58. 7-3 run to start us in the fourth. Tokomanawa Queens shooting 37% from the floor. Just 2 of 13 from deep. They've really gone away from their three ball. What's working is their physicality. They've got a +11 advantage on the glass with 41 boards. They've got 5 steals compared to the 3 of the Whai. 34 points in the paint.
Both teams have done a much better job, you know, after the second quarter, heading into the winning time of looking after the basketball as well, which has really helped both of their causes.
And also 17 of 19 from the line.
Yo, shout out to Tauihi. The free throw shooting in this competition has been outstanding the whole time.
Well, the Whai have all 5 starters shoot at 75% or above.
That's outstanding.
4 of them are in the 80s. Turnover. Not what you want out of a timeout.
Kind of predetermined that one, and it's tough when you come out of a timeout. You've obviously kind of targeted things that you want to get to, but if the defense takes it away, you've always got to have counters that you're comfortable using.
Beck's three's off. Hank with the board.
You can see here again, kind of the pace has fallen back to the Queens. What they like to play out of slightly slower, and there's Emi Shearer getting in again, probing in the paint. She's been a nuisance all game.
She moves to 9. 3 boards, 3 assists, 3 fouls as well for Emi Shearer. And the lead is 3. Davidson.
Great play.
Beautiful.
Just a little guard to big action, and they were late on it. And found Panina down low for the easiest of layups. She didn't even have to dribble that thing.
Snyder gets the ball whacked in her face as well afterwards. She can't quite believe it either.
Tough their little reject here, and Nina got her hand caught in the cookie jar.
Luke Brown. Snyder having words.
The old volleyball spike to the chest. This great free throw shooting continues here in the fourth.
Makes the second to Snyder. She moves to 16. Lead is 3 again for the Queens.
Playing Stella Beck here at the point guard, the Queens, down the stretch, and Christy Wallace playing off the ball a little bit.
Dalton falls to the floor. Some heavy contact. And the Whai can't control that. So it will stay with the Queens. 5 seconds to shoot on the shot clock.
Lucky they were all there. It just kind of ricocheted at an awkward angle. Short clock, like you said, Miles. Great play.
Oh, that's pretty.
And surely if you're a Whai, you're aware late clock that they're going to run a little lob to the ring. Just caught napping there a little bit. A great keep from Snyder.
Hank.
Little call for a travel, a little bit rushed there.
Loose ball, Dalton again getting an offensive rebound.
Board's giving both teams a chance here.
McDowell White weaving her way through. Has the big on her.
Oh, could have been a foul there on Wallace.
That is getting physical there.
Numbers advantage here, Miles.
Park.
It's very physical.
Brown. She goes down, as does Park.
Saw those two get into it at the other end of the court, and
Yeah.
Brown said, okay, I'm gonna come back at you right here and see what you got, and draws the foul. Looks like she's a little bit banged up, but really love watching the way that they've competed this game. Both teams outstanding.
She's got more words for Snyder as well. From the floor when she went down on that foul. Keep an eye on this one. This is getting spicy. Love to see it. A competitive nature.
Yeah, and if you're the Queens, you know, they're the defending champs. They're at home, undefeated, I believe. Close to it, top of the table, you know. We're for sure not coming in here and lying down. We want to take it too. Stretch this thing out here to 6. 2 possessions, can make it 3 here.
This is the second, and Snyder pulls that board down, tiptoes along the baseline. Cowling.
Love to see Cowling get aggressive down the stretch here. Not settle, get to the cup a little bit more.
Great screen set by Hannah.
That's a great look too by Cowling, but just to see her impose herself a little bit more on the game and at the cup and on these referees.
Has to be said, they've done a great job so far, the referees, in this game. Great defense, you're right.
Yeah, you're right, Miles. You haven't noticed them, which is the sign of, you know, a great crew.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job.
Time and score here for the Queens. Smart, just taking the air out of the ball, executing, getting it to the second, third side.
Uncontested 3.
Hank with another rebound. Workhorse the whole game.
She's working on that double-double. Taylor Dalton. Possession arrow goes to the Queens. Hank has 9 rebounds.
There's more players on the floor, Miles.
I think Taylor Dalton's been on the floor 9 times so far, off the bench. She's been a spark plug. It's got this engine going for the fight. She'll take a well-earned break. (68-62). Taylor Dalton sits, 5 points, 4 rebounds for her.
Great find.
Pretty basketball. And 1, Christy Wallace. 26 in the game now.
That was a beautiful action. It was almost like a flare screen on the weak side, but she just curled it straight to the ring. And you can see Stella Beck just saw that Snyder had lost vision for a half second there, and beautiful find at the ring for the layup.
Stella Beck, yeah, Christy Wallace, 42% in your game MVP voting on the Good Health poll, but Stella Beck, 10 and 10, 10 boards, 10 points.
And also, like, being a great facilitator, that was a great find and assist. Oh, beautiful. Man. Oh, she hesitated so bad there. The defense just left. That was crazy.
Under 5 minutes to go. Nice bounce pass.
She is again with her 10 and 10, just facilitating.
Luke Brown. Great rebound from Panina Davidson. Just on that weak side, got position. And a timeout for the Whai again. This lead has gone to 9 now.
Yeah, Panina's been great this afternoon, you know, really solid down low. And again, Stella Beck, what a luxury when you can kind of push your input point guard off the ball and have her kind of facilitate as a veteran and not make mistakes and find the right teammate for the easy basket. So great to watch. 9-point game, just over 4 minutes left in the fourth, Miles.
I'm sure the Hoiho and the Paukai have a lot to say, but you get a feeling this could be a rematch coming up in a final. These two teams go again at the end of the month.
Yeah, I'm sure the South Island will have a lot to say about that, you know, and historically very strong. But again, what the Whai won at 25, Queens won at 24, you know, 2 kind of powerhouses early on here. So wouldn't be surprised if we see them bang into each other in the very near future. And obviously with their Rapid League teams too, very solid groups.
Still plenty of basketball to come, obviously. This is round 6 of 10. Play each team 3 times. This is the second of their 3 meetings. Queens got the win in the first round. An 84-78 win, and they're in control here with a 9-point advantage with 4:16 to go.
Yeah, and if you're the Whai, this is the time where you draw your line in the sand, obviously, after Coach Bennett's timeout here. And we want to win the next minute and a half, 2 minutes, you know. Get some good execution and some paint scores or some foul calls down here. Take care of our transition and get some stops at the other end, most importantly. Give ourselves a chance.
Cowling. Corner 3. Empty possession for the Whai again out of a timeout.
Great look, but my preference probably would have been to get something at the ring for Hank and put pressure on the paint and the referees and the opposition.
Here's Beck operating with Davidson.
The mismatch down low.
Oh, it's a little bit too ambitious on that pass from Brown.
She's doing great at getting to the nail for the high-low. Just a half beat rushed on that though. But Queen's looking good with their execution otherwise. Horns flare action there for Snyder, and she turns down the open look. Get another one here off the O board.
It's just not happening. All 5 Queens players in the key for the rebound. It's not working out for the Whai offensively at the moment.
And if you're the Whai, you probably want to talk about getting aggressive defensively here the last 3 minutes, blowing up on balls and extending. Very physical down low with Brown and Snyder. No love lost there.
No, none. Just 9 points in this quarter for the Whai. And the lead is 11.
And this is when they were at their best early in the third, the kicker heads, and playing with a bit of pace. Kind of been bogged down a bit here in the fourth, which has been to the Queen's advantage. Coach Tupu asking for the hold there.
Yeah.
Probably fair enough.
It was a pretty tight contest right in front of her for the ball.
Queens again, only 1 foul for the quarter. Pretty outstanding to play with the physicality that they have and the advantage they've got on the glass and not get themselves in foul trouble.
Of course, both teams have their BNZ player timeouts at their disposal before the end of the game. Whai need to start executing better, and that's not going to help, but it will help when the foul is called on Peter Davidson, who just used her size and strength.
She probably could have got there without touching her with that right hand there. Unfortunate. It's okay though, they got fouls to give. And a great matchup, Davidson and Hank this evening.
Cowling.
She probably need to start looking at pulling those. McDowell White this late in the piece.
Oh no, again another one, another turnover for the Whai, and that is their 12th.
It's kind of where this veteran leadership here, they'll execute here. They won't take anything rushed. They'll get it deep in the shot clock. Get a good look.
Beck.
Hank with another board.
10 for her, that's her double-double. And Park will be called for the foul. Just her first.
Tough call on Park, just kind of out of position there, but what a workhorse. Again, one that probably won't show up huge on the stat sheet, Miles, but you look at defensive positioning, intensity, transition, the way she moves, first to the floor, she's been outstanding this evening.
Cowling 3.
There's Brown again on those boards. And
once again.
She'll get rewarded for her efforts.
Absolutely. Oh, Brown. She's working on her double-double. 15 and 8. Already got Stella Beck at 10 and 10. Hannah Hank 17 and 10. Elena Schneider 16 and 8.
Really, it's now or never if you're the Whai. Have to have a stop here. Give themselves a shot down the stretch.
Nice balanced game from Park. 6 points, 8 boards, 6 assists. Davidson, 17-footer. Too strong. Cowling looking up ahead. Time running out for the Whai. They need to get buckets. They can't on that possession. And the Queens can just work the clock in their favour now.
Great find.
Davidson, left hand finish. 18 for Penina Davidson. She is a steady hand at the tiller for the Tokomanawa Queens.
See that little hook pass to Nina, and she just got to 2 feet for the easiest of finishes right there. There's Stella Beck again. You said she had 10 and 10, and she must have at least 4 or 5 assists coming down the stretch here. Just steering the ship for her group and leading the way. So still a minute 23 left, but right now, you know, outstanding kind of showing for Tokomanawa Queens here on the road against the defending champs Whai.
Well, it could be any one of the Queens at the moment. It's Christy Wallace, who is the fan favourite on the game MVP vote. The Good Health poll, use that QR code. And Christy Wallace, 27 points for her. 7 rebounds, 3 assists. She's been superb in this game, and she has really worked hard in the game as well. There's no denying that she's been everywhere. She shot 42%, 10 of 11 from the foul line. She's hit a 3.
Great defensively. You know, just leading from the front the whole time, poised, you know, on the road, through adversity, just led the whole way even when they tied it up and took the lead. You know, it was Wallace that was leading from the front. Outstanding game.
Well, this will make it interesting to see who goes top of the table. They've got the matching records if the Queens hold on to this win. But it's all coming down to points percentage. And of course, the Queens are down a percentage point at the moment heading into this game. But the more the margin grows, they can build on it with a minute 12 to go. The more favourable that margin will be in the points percentage race. And of course, you've got to factor in the rapid league result. That's the kind of hustle the Whai have needed in this 4th quarter. Is it too little too late though? Schneider with the N1.
You're right, Miles. Love that. You know, the way that they turned up the intensity there, not only on the O boards, but defensively, and turned straight into points. Unfortunately, with a minute 2 on the board, it might be a little bit late right now, but love that adjustment. Wallace should take that one back. Had a great board previous to that, but just a little bit sloppy on that turnover. And they've been great looking after the basketball after the 1st quarter too, the Queens.
Schneider 4 of 5 from the line.
Great pressure release there by Penina. So back over.
Yeah, she hadn't established herself in the front court from the back court. So she caught it in air. You've got to have both feet planted.
You see how effective this pressure's been, Miles, just in this little 30-second window. It would have been great, and maybe it's a learning for the Whai. You know, if they get in a hole in the 4th quarter, they can turn up this defensive pressure, you know, 3-4 minutes earlier and really make this a ball game down the stretch.
67, 77.
Little re-screen flare for Cowling.
That's pretty.
Beautiful.
Makes life interesting. BNZ player timeout is also available, but a full timeout called by the Queens. Just need to steady the ship, as you say. Lindsay Tate, as the Whai make a very late run of this. A 3-score game.
Yeah, again, if you're the Queens, you're up the court right now, you're shooting passing lanes, you're looking for steals, you're trying to get quick baskets, and if you don't get the basketball, quick fouls without any time coming off the clock. Obviously, the opposite of that. If you're the Queens, you're looking after the basketball, getting the ball to your best free throw shooters, executing time and score scenarios.
You press here on the inbounds, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, 3-position game with, what, 50 seconds left? Again, unfortunately, both teams have used their player timeouts, but they could still bridge the gap. But one of the learnings for the Whai might be, you know, we make this adjustment 2 minutes earlier and we're right there.
I believe I still have their BNZ player timeouts.
Okay. That definitely stretches the game out.
Could be mistaken. My memory is not what it used to be. But also, crucially, 14
That advance
fouls.
was in the first half?
Yeah.
Yep.
14 fouls as well.
Which is kind of good. You know what I mean? Sometimes you burn 20 seconds trying to get to the bonus when you're playing the foul game. So sometimes you just take it, you know.
But
I know in Europe they start fouling early in the 4th sometimes. That advanced.
That's Euroball, man. It's different, that stuff.
They're playing keep away here.
Yeah. And that will be foul shots. It doesn't really matter, though, because they have been excellent, both teams, from the line. Just sheer volume, though, the Tokomanawa Queens. Just 8 of 10 of the Whai. The Queens, 19 of 22.
And that kind of speaks to the rebounding discrepancy as well, Miles, because, you know, a lot of those were off O boards that were, in turn, not necessarily converted, but rewarded off fouls and free throws that they did convert off. So,
yeah, it's a plus 11 advantage for the Queens on the glass. 49-38, and there is the BNZ player timeout for the fight. Still this 3-score game to tie it. Get your ticket to the big game if you can win it through that QR code. This is round 6 of 10 for the regular season. The BNZ player timeout. Let's see what the Whai can do.
but he'll be looking for the quick 3 or the easy 2. And to stop the clock. Obviously, if you're the Queens, you're not fouling under any conditions unnecessarily. You don't want to give up anything easy. Probably switch a lot of actions, just like they have here.
Cowling in the corner. Well contested by the Queens. Nice play. But they do get the rebound, but time is starting to wind down. Schneider missed it all. And that'll be just about it for this game. The Queens survive. Rather late surge from the Whai. Queens going to win this game. There is the long ball. They need to run the score up, Lindsay Tate. I'm sorry, but you've got to score the ball there.
You're right. You know, and those are the learnings too. You know, I know Christy is new to this competition, so she's probably playing in the, what is it, within the, you know, when you're not trying to rub anybody the wrong way.
Yeah, you're not trying to rub the result in, but you do need to think about point percentage.
Which is common. What is that? Basketball courtesies, I guess, at the end of the game. You know,
it's a respect thing, but also.
But in this world,
you're right.
You need all of these points. You know what I mean? And that's really important that everybody out there knows that, you know, at the end of the game, if we can steal some extra baskets, we're going to take them.
Well, that helps then, missing a free throw and then getting an offensive rebound.
The spirit of the game, that's what I was looking for, Miles.
They are just going to keep it away here. Park. And that'll do us. Lena Schneider to the end. Guarding all game long. And the Queens get the job done on the road. Another win over the Whai. That's 2-0 for the season, with one game to come in the regular season between these two teams. And we'll have to look at the points percentage, how that all works, but they may have just gone top of the ladder in Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. They won 32-25 Rapid League game beforehand, and they win this one 80-70. And Christy Wallace was superb. She is your game MVP on the Good Health poll. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists.
30 piece. Stella Beck right behind her with 10 and 11. And obviously Penina Davidson with 18 and 8 was outstanding. I'm sorry, a couple assists. Lou Brown 15 and 8.
And so those are your points leaders, Lindsay Tate.
You look heavy on both sides in the starters, but outstanding for the Queens, you know, and Wallace and Davidson, heavy scoring load. Schneider, Hank, McDowell, White doing what they do every week. Shara a little bit quieter than normal. Rebounding again is probably where the difference was this evening. If you look at that, Miles, 8, 8, 8, 8, 11. That's just your top 5. That's amazing. Unreal. And then even at the other side, Cowling, Schneider, Hank, great fight, great effort, great spectacle here this afternoon from both groups.
They did a good job, did the Queens, controlling the glass. They won that rebound war. 5 of the best rebounders in the league were in this game. And Park led it with 6 assists. Just 3 blocks in the game. Davidson and Beck get 1 each for the Queens. Hank gets 1 for the Whai, and she gets 2 steals. Park and Brown, 3 steals apiece. The possession game well and truly in favour of the Tokomanawa Queens, who get the dub And baby Davidson loving the action there with mum. I'm assuming that's her kid. I think it is. 80 to 70. And so the Queens get the win here in Tauranga. Thanks so much for watching. These are the games to come. Tomorrow, the Poakai and the Kahu go at it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Hoiho, the Queens and the Kahu host the Whai, and the Poako and the Hoiho respectively. Game after game after game here. Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. And so on behalf of Lindsay Tate, Lee Knighting and everybody involved in this production, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on air tomorrow afternoon for another great game, just like this one. 80 to 70. It was the Queens winning over the Whai.